like these. But I don't know. I'll think of it as we go. Our last video, protocol to address or to mitigate procrastination. And so now I'm on the rush to get a lot of things done because the procrastination is out of me. But in the meantime, I got a good workout and I'm about to do the Dirty 30. I'm about to give myself about a half-mile worth of swim. And then I may do another neurofeedback session for the frontal lobe later on this afternoon. But, stay healthy, right? Stay kind.
Let's see about it. Are you going back there yet? All right, I'm ready to go.
All right, so people say, okay, well, what is the connection between training your brain and training your body? And why do you call that the peak performance protocol? Well, when you are doing neurofeedback therapy, and I'll go over it again, and I'll go over it many, many times, you can do several things to improve the process of restoring your brain to its natural balance. One of which, the first of which, is to rid the neocortex of dysregulation. Dysregulation, of course, forms when we have intense emotions, arguments, stress, shock, and basically people work on your nerves. And neurons are nerves. And this forms patches of dysregulation in the neocortex that make it difficult for you to reach an alpha state and what we call the yummy zone, and to be relaxed and awake and happy. You can instantly reach the alpha state with marijuana or wine or beer, but then you can cause more dysregulation with substances. And then there's also the problem of chemical dependency upon those substances. So in order to avoid having to go to happy hour, in order to get happy, we can work out the neocortical dysregulation with infra-low frequency neurofeedback. Once we get past infra-low, once we get a significant amount of dysregulation worked out, once we relax the right hemisphere of the brain, for those of you who understand neuroscience, you understand what I'm talking about, then we can work on repressed emotions, repressed memories through alpha theta neurofeedback. And thank you, one of my audience members, one of the members mentioned that I should do an alpha theta neurofeedback session. I will. It's kind of boring to watch because there's no graphic other than the graphic of my brainwave activity, but you'll be able to see as my alpha and theta levels rise, and you'll be able to see what we call alpha theta crossover, when the alpha and theta chart graph lines crisscross. At that moment, you are literally bringing something from the subconscious mind into the conscious mind. And it's also a good opportunity for programming into the mind, or what we call hypnotherapy, right? Alpha theta. Raise the frequency with which you train. Now, right now I'm training at 50 hertz, which is very, very high gamma. We have the delta zone, which is 0 to 5 hertz, right? You train at 0 to 5 hertz, you'll go to sleep. Every frequency band that you train at, especially with synchrony neurofeedback, where you're synchronizing the left and right hemispheres of your brain, has a corresponding level of physical arousal. So that subconscious mind, you're releasing the subconscious mind, REM sleep. That's when you're dreaming, right? So doing alpha and theta, you're basically digging up the theta zone, and you're bringing it to the conscious level, to the alpha level. It's really, really good for those who are, because energetically the those memories, you know, talk therapy. As you get higher frequency band, you come to the alpha state, which is where I am right now, where most people are, which is a relaxed and awake and happy. And then above the alpha state, we would say the beta state. The beta state would be around 18 to 20 hertz. And beta state is a higher level of neocortical arousal. It's what you would experience at the time when you're listening, like you're listening to me right now, like you're listening to a speech or listening to a lecture or whatever. You're learning passively. So you're in beta. High beta is around 25, 26, 27 hertz. High beta is when you're thinking, when you're actually trying to solve a math problem, for example. That's the level of neocortical arousal in high beta. And of course, there goes along with it. So if someone prepare for a test, we could train them at 25 hertz. We could train them in the high beta zone, and they probably would do very well on the test. Gamma, but then at the end of the day, they probably want to calm down a little bit, right? And if I can't train them down, then they'll probably just go to sleep. Gamma is 30 hertz and above, and we can say 30 to 99 or 30 and above, right? But gamma, now with gamma, you got to be careful, because if you're severely dysregulated, you don't want to train in the high frequencies, because you can cause a lot of stress and anxiety for yourself, and you don't want to have that reaction. But there is a point at which above, and it's different for everybody. It could be above 40 hertz, above 38, 35, I don't know what it is, where there is no longer the corresponding rise in physical arousal. So you reach what we call the flow state, where the frequency goes higher and the body gets more relaxed. And that's the flow state, right? That's the flow state. That's the state that you can reach after many, 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 many years of meditation, or that's the state you can reach after many years of training as an athlete. And that's a state that I could train you to access on your own. So when I finish this swim, I'm going to go live again later on and do another neurofeedback session. We're going to train frontal lobe to the somatosensory band. This is training specifically for athletic superiority. Let's call it athletic superiority. So the somatosensory band and the motor cortex is right here where a headphone band would be, right across the top of your head. So we're going to train here to here, to the frontal lobe, just right there. All right, and that's a training protocol recommended for those who are trying to achieve athletic superiority. I really wanted to train my cousin when he was playing for the Los Angeles Rams. Was it the Rams? No, Chargers. He was playing for the Chargers when he was living. New Orleans, playing for the Saints again. Shout out Roderick, and shout out Toya, shout out Roderick Sr., family, everybody in New Orleans. Much love, much love. But yeah, so we're going to demonstrate that athletic training, peak performance, neurofeedback protocol later this afternoon after my swim. And my body gets cold if I just stand here and talk. All right. Much love.
I am. I'm gonna come by and check you out. I'll probably go by there. All right. I'll put it up there. All right. We don't hang out too long. Usually, 10:30, everybody's gone by then. Baseline is mountain, right? Baseline is mountain. All right. Outside of the house is big. I'll be up there. Shout out to the Biometrics team, Mika, Lindsay, Nicole, Rudy, Michael, Anthony, Carl, Darlene. Thank you. I all of you. And I really 2024. 2025 is very promising for us, and we're going to be picking up a lot more staff as we start with LA County and a few other big contracts. So here's to you.
body will adjust to any stress that you continually put on it. Any stress. So all you have to do, even if you have to do it slowly, is slowly begin to do the routine that you want to do and prioritize. And I have to reprioritize. I got to bring back my ab work at the beginning of my bodybuilding or weightlifting workout so I can focus on the core muscles first. But right now, my overall philosophy is from the inside out. And the reason I say that is because I got sciatica a few years ago, and it hurt really bad. It was because of a bulging disc, a herniated disc. The first time I got sciatica is because I strained my piriformis muscle, and the piriformis muscle crosses the sciatic nerve, and when it inflamed, it gave me sciatica. But then I got really bad sciatica from a bulging disc, herniated nerve goods. I hung upside down with 10 pounds at the time, hanging from my neck from a cervical collar. I gave it about 27 minutes, and then it popped. The herniated disc popped. All of my sciatic appeared, and it reappeared. After I had an MRI, I realized that I had a number of herniated discs from years and years of lifting weights. If you're a bodybuilder, especially if you're doing overhead presses and stuff like that, any standing exercise is going to compress your spine. You're carrying weight. So when you reach a certain age, you have to take care of your spine. You got to undo the effects of gravity throughout your life, or you're going to end up like my man Ronnie Coleman in a wheelchair and getting surgery. The bodybuilding lifestyle should not make you unhealthy. It should give you a basis of muscle mass. Can maintain that muscle mass, keep that arterial cavity open, and basically be more you. But you got to take that time out in your 40s or 50s and hang upside down. Cardiovascular health. If you spend your life bodybuilding, one of the downsides of it is you can build high blood pressure, hypertension, if you don't do enough cardio. So the senior bodybuilder, which is what I can consider myself now, or the senior athletic person, would focus on cardiovascular fitness. I'm registered to run in the LA Marathon next year. In March of 25. This is marathon training because it's low impact. It's no impact. I get to build my cardiovascular health without beating up my knees, and then still beat my knees up maybe once or twice a week, to get my running fitness together. But the remainder of that work is done here. So inside out, an inside out approach. Structurally, we get the spine together, and then the heart and lungs and circulatory system together. Shout out to my kids, Kai, Katie, Yvonne. Follow this example. Sons and daughter. Today is meatballs and spaghetti day in the Lockett household. Meatballs and spaghetti. You can't beat that. All right. So if anybody wants to run with me in the LA Marathon on Team Biometrics, I will sponsor you, right? I will sponsor you. I'll sponsor you. Biometrics will sponsor you. Send me an email, info@devinlockett.com. And the subject LA Marathon, and let me know you want to run with me in the Los Angeles Marathon in March. So we got a couple of months. We have a few months to train. A couple of months, about 4.5. We're doing good. Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining at the Peak Performance Protocol. We're almost done. And then it's time for Peak Performance Neurofeedback. I'm going to try to do that early this afternoon because I'm trying to do it this morning because I'm going to have to pick my son up this afternoon. Well, I got to cook for him too, right? Meatballs. Today's a meatball. Series 3, 6 lap series. So, oh yeah. Yes. I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I always sleep well when I do the whole 30. Well, I sleep well when I swim no matter what, but I sleep especially well when I do 30 laps. 2 laps shy of a half mile. For my birthday, I'll probably just swim a mile in celebration. I'll work out and celebrate with a mile. Maybe I'll bump this swim up to a mile, but it would take longer. Oh yeah. A Iván y Katie, no olvides que tu padre es superhumano, ¿eh? No olvides eso. Sigue mi ejemplo. Sigue mi ejemplo. Como Kai. Y también Kai me tiene que seguir el ejemplo. Pero por lo menos te tengo aquí conmigo, aquí. Y se lo puedo enseñar todo. Iván sabe lo que digo. Yes. How's it going, bro?
Man,
And I get good feedback, you know.
it's scary when you videotape. You think you're doing it right, and you go, "Oh my god!"
Right.
You're like, "Oh."
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you sauna on a regular basis, drink apple cider vinegar. It will alkalinize your body so quickly that you'll break out in a sweat. And, right? And you should aid that process of detox by drinking water and hitting the sauna. You ever drink apple cider vinegar?
No.
Man, try it. It's good detoxer. Makes your body push out all of the acidity in your body. The last series. This is long form content, and sometimes it can be kind of trying, but not to worry. The bus is coming soon. We are the new media. We did this. Not legacy. We did this. the last 2 laps. Thank you. What? Gracias. All right, there you have it. The day, another lapse. That was great. All right. So now I reward myself with another half hour in the sauna to sweat the chlorine out of my skin, and then some steam to keep my lungs and my nasal passages clear, and to keep my skin beautiful, of course. And then I'm going to go live later on with another peak performance neurofeedback session, because this is Biomed RX TV, and that's the way we do it. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you. Remember to hit the like and the bell for notification of new videos. I do long form comment, and I do appreciate your support. So stay kind, because